Massive cranes now preparing to do the dangerous work of removing the wreckage from the container ship that ran into that bridge. ABC's Jay O'Brien is there in Baltimore with the latest. Good morning, Jay.
Gio, good morning. President Biden now saying he will come to the site of this bridge collapse next week as crews prepare to race to remove the mangled wreckage of that bridge, as well as tow away that cargo ship to try to get this port back up and running.
This morning, a round-the-clock effort now gearing up to clear that massive mangled debris of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore Harbor. But before it can be cleared, officials stressing they must first complete a full assessment of the scene.
I can tell you it is not going to be days or weeks or months. This is going to take time.
The U.S. Navy sending 4 floating cranes to the scene, this one the largest available on the East Coast, able to lift 1,000 tons. State and federal officials laying out their plan to reopen the blocked port, including divers and other crews cutting the bridge into pieces. Each part then carefully lifted out of the water one by one.
Our team needs to cut that truss into sections in a safe, in a responsible, and in an efficient way before it can lift those pieces out of the water.
Our Elizabeth Schulze in the water with the Coast Guard, getting an up-close look at just how difficult this will be.
We can really see how challenging these conditions are. There is metal everywhere, jagged pieces of steel jutting out from underneath the water.
Meantime, the Army Corps of Engineers deploying sonar technology to better locate the debris and search for submerged vehicles. This week, NTSB investigators examining the ship's containers, 56 now determined to be carrying hazardous materials. And investigators saying they've spotted a sheen on the water. But Maryland's governor and Coast Guard officials saying there is no immediate health or environmental threat. The governor maintaining the recovery operation for those 4 remaining construction workers missing and presumed dead remains a top priority.
We know that that the priority that we have is making sure that those families feel supported and that they can have a sense of closure.
And the governor of Maryland now proposing creating a state scholarship fund for the families of those fallen construction workers. Janae?
Jay, thank you so much for that update.